Have you ever wondered where your family originated, how they lived, if they served in war, or which ones you look like? Genealogy is one of the most popular hobbies today, and with all the subscription services out there, it can be pretty costly to trace your family roots. As you gather with loved ones for the holidays, it's the perfect time to gather information about those you don't know. Tonight, I show you how to start your journey in finding family with resources right here in Central Texas that are free.
How many generations is that?
This is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sherry Raleigh-Yerby has made a lot of progress filling out the branches on her family tree. She's been researching her lineage since 2015 with the help of another relative who started the journey before many records were available digitally for the public. It was during a time when people physically sifted through legal papers and spent mind-numbing hours spinning a wheel on the microfilm machine. It was all to view thousands of photographic images of those documents. Well, today, the search has gotten a lot easier with a trove of data online. One popular website, Ancestry.com, which Raleigh-Yerby is a subscriber, you can find information such as birth and death certificates, ship manifests, census records, and draft cards.
Me personally, I could go down a rabbit hole and I could spend 6 hours working on genealogy and not stop.
A hole you can get lost in, searching for information that doesn't always come online. Instead, you can find it in a library.
I came over here, I went through the orientation and started learning about all of the documents.
Raleigh-Yerby, a Lake Charles native, found herself here at the West Waco Library Genealogy Center. You can find hidden gems in this building. One of the resources that could help Raleigh-Yerby is this collection right here. It's written by Reverend Donald A. Bear, and it's a collection of church records from parishes in southwestern Louisiana. And that's not surprising. This library has information not only from Waco, Texas, Louisiana. They're from dozens of states, from the South to the Midwest to the Eastern Seaboard.
You know, our 36,000 plus volumes on the shelf, if 80% of those are copyrighted, guess what? That's not on the internet. And people don't realize that's the value of print collections.
Bill Buckner manages the Genealogy Center.
And our motto here is discover history for yourself. You know, we get told what history should be, but we're here to find out about who we are and make sure our stories are straight and we can tell our family stories.
If it's not books you're looking for, the center has access to a limited version of Ancestry.com in-house. It's free, unlike the private membership that could cost you about $150 every 6 months. The library also has access to Heritage Quest, another research website. And just like the branches on a tree, there is a whole network of volunteers and helpers throughout the genealogy community. A lot of images you see online, it's thanks to volunteers from around the world who visited state and national archives, courthouses, and other places to scan images and digitize them. Raleigh-Yerby found some through a website called Family Search, which according to its website has the largest collection of free genealogy records online. It's run by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and believe it or not, it has a facility on Viking Drive in Waco. The manager of the center says Family Search has records from more than 200 countries. Are people surprised when they learn that this center is located here in Waco?
Yes, they're very surprised. And they're surprised to find out that it's free.
He adds there are more than 14 billion records, and the database grows by 1 million per day.
Town buildings, this is where City Hall would meet and so forth like that. And they're still finding them in the Northeast United States, where the Mayflower came in, when the settlers started moving in there. They're still finding stuff in some of those buildings that they didn't have before.
He too has been touched by the research bug. On one part of his wife's tree, Family Search connected it to 9 generations with ties to Switzerland. Finding family is not always easy.
There's a lot of surprises when it comes to your family search. So the research wiki is...
Sometimes it takes a professional like Patty Williams, who works with the Family Search Center, to uncover those hard-to-find details.
Oh, it brings so much joy and so much excitement to see the lights come on and to be able to help people find their path and find their family.
She specializes in DNA-based research, she says is important.
Because when you get your DNA results back, you get you get cousin matches. And sometimes we get lucky, we get aunts and uncles matches we might not know about, or we get surprises with maybe we have a half sibling out there that we weren't expecting.
Whether you take the DNA test like Raleigh Yerby or not, it all starts with traditional genealogy research.
My immediate family is not large, but I'm finding out I have a lot more cousins than I thought.
As for Raleigh, her next step is researching the Creole natives who migrated from the Pelican State to Texas with a particular interest in Ames. So why do people spend large chunks of their lives entrenched in the past?
People are wanting to know their family history, but they also want to know, are there diseases in the family that I need to be aware of?
We feel that it's important that people learn where they come from, where their ancestors, and at the same time they're learning more about who they are.
Ultimately, it could be to feel connected by blood or a common interest.
I mean, sitting at home in your pajamas at 3 in the morning is fun for a while, but when you run into a roadblock and discover something and you turn around and there's nobody but yourself, it's a lot more fun to share.
But I can come here, you can help me.
You bet.
You know, used to people would leave family Bibles and wedding albums and all of that. They're going to have to go in here and dig for what they want, but it's all here.
And to know when your time is up, you've left a family story that dates back as far as you're willing to reach.
I'm just excited looking at your information.
Yeah, well,
Okay, so interesting tidbit about Raleigh Yerby. She, I told you she moved here from Lake Charles, Louisiana. Well, she found out through Ancestry that she has a relative here in town that works over at Baylor. So, and they're also a part of the same sorority. So imagine that. It is stories like that that has a lot of people interested in Ancestry, so much that the Waco Library is looking at maybe finding more resources for newcomers who are coming from out west, and also Family Search. That center, it's open 6 to 8 on Tuesday nights right now, but next year it may be looking to expand its hours.